Okay guys, so today not only am I going to show you how to build an appointment booking website for yourself or your clients, but this workflow that I'm about to share with you also works with any type of business, and all of this can be done in under an hour. Sounds good? Okay, so let's get started with step number 1, hosting and domain name registration. Now feel free to use any hosting provider that you want, but on the channel personally we like Hostinger because they're fast, reliable, and also super affordable. So they provided our audience with a discount code of up to 85% discount. So if you decide to use Hostinger, all you have to do is click on the very first link in the description below where it says get hosting here. And this will bring you to this dedicated landing page that we have with Hostinger. And as you can see, by using the link, you can save up to 75% of your hosting plans. So as you can see, start at $2.99. You also get 3 months for free. And on top of that, I have a coupon code for you guys for an extra 10% discount at checkout. So you can claim the deal here. Click on this button. It's going to bring you here. And now you can choose among 3 different hosting plans. You have Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup. So apart from the price, what's the difference? Well, it's very simple. If you scroll down the page, as you can see, this one you can host up to 25 websites, 50 websites, and 100 websites. And obviously, all the resources are increasing accordingly based on the amount of website you can host. So now, depending on your goals and objectives here, where you can select any of those, now you can always start with this one and move to the next one up when needed. Now, the good thing with hosting as well is that you get a lot of free stuff. Like, for instance, you get free domain names. So your first domain name is completely free. So this is valued at $9.99. Unlimited bandwidth as well, very unique, unlimited free SL certificate. So normally hosting providers will charge you at least $49 or $29 a year per website for every SSL certificate. Here is completely free, guys. Okay, so this is the beauty of Hostinger. A lot of free stuff and all of that at a very, very affordable price. And again, like I said, I have a coupon code for you as well. So let's say you wanted to go ahead with this one here. So from here, you have to select your billing cycle. As you can see, it's $2.99 instead of $11.99. So big savings indeed. Now I have a coupon code. Okay, so Mr. Web, all in capital letters, and then apply. And there you go. As you can see, this card is 75% plus 10% on top. And now it's $2.69 only per month instead of $2.99. So in total, if you were to go for a billing cycle of 48 months for 4 years, you can log that price in for 4 years. It will only cost you $129 and you save $432. Now, obviously, you can have a shorter period of time if you wanted to. It could be 24 months or perhaps 12 months. And if you select 12 months, it's only $43 US. As you can see, big saving of $96 in total. So that's really up to you, select any of those. And then after this, proceed to checkout. Very good. So once you've gone through the checkout process, you'll be redirected to this page. So this is a simplified onboarding process that will allow you to install WordPress in just a few clicks. So again, added value for any users. So here, basically select your language, enter an email address and password. So make sure to remember these because these are your admin dashboard credentials. Okay, so click next. Okay, so now choose how you'd like to build your website, create your website with AI or pre-built website and theme. So this is the one we're going to select. Okay, so click next. And for the theme, don't select any template here, just use a theme instead. And we're going to go with the very famous one, Astra. Okay, so click next. So here's a few options. Deselect all for now. We don't need any of those. And now we can register our free domain name. So all you have to do is type the domain name that you'd like to register. So for instance, Mr. Web Booking. And as you can see, MrWebBooking.com is available. And again, this is completely free for the first year. So if you wanted to register this one, simply click on it and then click next. Excellent. So once you've gone through the whole onboarding process, you'll be redirected to your WordPress dashboard. So let's have a look at our website in the front end. So at the moment, this is what it looks like. So very basic indeed. And as you can see, this is using the 2025 theme that comes by default with WordPress. So nothing extraordinary here, but don't worry, we are going to install our theme now and import a template as well. So normally during the onboarding process, you should have installed Astra and you will find it here. As you can see, this is our theme that's installed. And normally if you click on appearance, you will see this box here on top with a button to install the starter templates. Now, depending from time to time, they change the layout and all that. If you don't find it here, you can go to Astra here, go to your dashboard, and then start a template, and you can install it from here. Same steps anyways, same results. So click on this here, install and activate. Excellent. And now from here, you can select any of those templates to build your website. So the steps I'm going to show you today are the same for any of those templates. So it doesn't matter which template you select. Now, as you can see, some of them are premium, like this one. So you have to pay to get these. All the others are free. So we're going to use a free one today because why not, why pay for something you can get for free? And then you can select any of those depending on the type of booking website you're going to build. So let's say if it was for piano lessons, you could use this one. Maybe a wedding planner, you could use this one. But what I'd like to do is to show you a way of doing so that you can repeat over and over again. So for instance, we have this one here and this one and this one. So those three are basically multi-purpose theme, multi-purpose templates. So they have no real purpose initially. It's once you start inserting the content that it all start making sense. So if you want to make sure this is the right one for you, so either this one, or this one, simply click on them and you'll have a preview here. Very good. So if you scroll down the page, you can see, again, these are random images. You can replace that with whatever you want, So if you scroll down the page, you can see you have all of this. So you could insert maybe here where you have question, let's talk now. We could have our booking system right there, okay? So again, these are called multi-purpose templates. And I like them because you can use this for literally any business type, any industry that you want. Okay, so now you can change your logo immediately from here if you want to, if you have it handy. You can change your font as well. So clearly the font is going to give a different vibe, a different atmosphere to your website. So feel free to select any of those. So I'm going to select maybe this one here as an example. And then we have the color palette as well. As you can see at the moment, it's yellowish orange. It could be blue, could be green, maybe red, whichever color you want, obviously. So I'm going to go with blue here as an example and then click continue. So here, untick this. You don't need this at all. So continue. And right here, it's up to you if you want to share data or not, and then start building my website. And there you go. As you can see, we have the fireworks. So that means that our website is ready and it only took 7 seconds to install. Now we can exit out of this, go back to the dashboard. Okay, so now let's have a look at our website in the front end. So hover on the title here, visit site, open in a new tab. And there it is. So that looks very nice. Again, we're going to customize everything top to bottom. So not to worry about the content at the minute. Okay. So now we need to install our booking system itself. And for this, we are going to use Book Pro. So this one is one of the cheapest that I found on the Envato marketplace. And I've tried quite a few, and it's a very comprehensive solution. This will allow you to literally cover any type of industries. It's a very powerful solution, regardless of the price. It's only $29 US, okay? So this is a one-off payment. Purchase this, and then you can install that on your website, okay? So we go back here to the dashboard. Now we go to plugins, add new plugin, and then from here, upload plugin, choose file, and select the file from the Envato marketplace, open and install. Excellent, and activate plugin. Now for this plugin to work, we need WooCommerce. So all you have to do is click on this now. Install WooCommerce, okay? So it's going to do that for us automatically and then activate the plugin. Very good, so all done now. So as you can see by the side, we have a few additional tabs. We have businesses, withdrawal request, payout method, bookings, taxes. So like I said, it's a very, very comprehensive solution that will allow you to cover a plethora of different types of industries and types of businesses. So if you go to businesses here, just to mention, as you can see, is businesses plural, because this is a plugin that's available as well if you wanted to create a marketplace. So you could have maybe all sorts of garages, all sorts of piano lessons, instrument lessons, whatever it is really, art lessons and all that you could upload here and maybe create a marketplace out of it, in which case you'll have to set up your commission rate here, okay? But again, here we're just going to focus on one type of business. And in this case, first we have to create our categories. So what are categories exactly? Well, it's a breakdown of the different services that you provide. So let's say here we're going to build a website for, let's say, a doctor's practice or something like this, So here you could have maybe primary care, we could have pediatrics, internal medicine, maybe diagnostic services or blood work or something like this, So all you have to do is basically type the name and then add the category. And let's do so with the others. So I have them here ready. So Control C, Control V, and the same with this one here. diagnostic services, and there you go. So these would be basically all the different types of services, or maybe the different areas of business that you provide, maybe the different departments as well, that you want to create under your own business. And then we have the amenities as well. So again, here in the case of a doctor's practice, maybe you have a car park at the front, perhaps you have a nice waiting room, perhaps a coffee room or something like this, coffee corner, and maybe toilets. And there you go. You can see these are all our different amenities. And now we can create our business. Okay, so we go to all businesses, add new business. And this is where you have access to the full dashboard for all your bookings. You can see you have my business, manage bookings, your coupons, overall schedule, your schedule, different management roles, etc., etc. Okay, so first we need to fill out our business details. So step number 1 is to upload the avatar image. So this is a picture maybe of our premises, maybe our staff. So let's do that together. So select file. I found a random picture here online. So open and then add image. Very good. And then here business name. So we said Mr. Webb Doctors, okay, or something like this. The phone number 01-234-5678. Email address hello@mrweb.tv, and here you select your categories and amenities. Okay, so which categories do you cover? So it should normally be all of them. So you have diagnostics, we have internal medicine, pediatrics, and perhaps primary care. And for the amenities, it should be all of them. Obviously select them all, okay, one by one, just like this, add them up. Okay, you can add a description if you want to, and then we have the map. So normally you should hide this because technically speaking, it's only just you. Now again, this is more intended for marketplaces, okay? So you can add your social as well. So add social. So as you can see, you have Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and so on. So let's say I'm going to add YouTube. Here you can add your YouTube channel and then add another one, maybe Facebook as well, and then type the URL, okay? And this is your business hours. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What are your opening hours? So there you go. I've done that already. And then you have defined time periods for each part of the day. So you could have, for instance, morning, afternoon, and evenings. Okay. So in our case here, let's say that all our working hours usually are between 8 to 4 p.m. every day, except on Wednesday until 6:30. And Saturdays only the morning. So we could have the morning here maybe from 8 a.m. let's say until 12. And then we could have afternoon. And this would be from 12 until 4. And then everything over that would be evening. Okay, very good. So here from 4 p.m. until 6:30. And then we have media here. As you can see, main image, our work image, the video, if you have a YouTube video ready, and key SEO keyword as well. So let me fill this out quickly. So there you go, perhaps something like this. Okay, so we have this done. So scroll down the page, update profile. Very good. So this is part 1 done. So this is our business updated and added as well. And you can view your business. So if you right click on this and open in a new tab, this is what it looks like at the moment. Okay, so we have our main image here. If you go on the slide, you have the premises as well, So you have your contact and business hours. So this is your phone number. If they click on this, they'll be able to call you immediately from there. And then the opening hours, okay? Social media here. And obviously you have no services at the minute. And then we have the amenities and the tags as well that we've just added, okay? So now we can add our services. So they will display here and your visitors will be able to book them, okay? So let's go back to my business here. Okay, so now let's build the main structure of our website. As you can see, you have the types, the plans, and also staff. But before we can add any of those, we have to create the different roles, okay? Because all our staff will have to be assigned a role, a specific role. So we'll start from here. So manage roles. As you can see, I have a few different capabilities: manage business info, manage booking, and so on and so on. So the first thing you need to do is to add yourself as a super admin, okay? So I'm going to put here super admin, and you're going to tick all them boxes because you have access to everything, obviously, So I'm going to do this and add role. And then we could have admin, okay? So the admin could normally have access to maybe everything else except perhaps managing type, plans, and roles. So we can add this. And finally, we could have maybe all the doctors. And in this case, this would be considered service staff. And maybe they can take care also of the coupons if they want to create some, okay? So add roles. Very good. So we have the different roles and now we can add our different staffs, okay? So let's do this together. And now we can add a staff. So here I'm just going to add myself as a super admin. So I'm going to select super admin and fill out those details. So perhaps something like this, username, email address, first name, last name, nickname, password, and the role, obviously. So I'm going to add the staff. So there you go, add it successfully. And you would do so, obviously, with as many staff members as you have. Very good. So I've added 4 people here. As you can see, super admin, admin, doctors. Okay. And then here by the side, you can see you have schedule, days off, and edit staff. So if you click on this, you're going to edit the content, obviously. Here you can set the days off. So let's say if someone is on holiday or maybe sick or something like this, you can click on this and basically you won't be able to book them. And then you have the schedule for each one of them. So as you can see here, if I click on this, you'll have the calendar. This is for Emily. Now I can select the calendar for maybe John and maybe the same for, let's say, Lucia here. And then this is how you have access to all the different schedules for each doctor. Now, obviously, you have access to all the different schedules because I am the super admin. It would be the same for the admin. But now for the doctors, they only have access to their own schedule, So if Lucia logs in, she only has access to her own. And the same for John here, all you have access to is his own schedule. So now that we have our roles, we have our staff, now we can create the plans and also the different types. Okay, so let's go to plans. From here, scroll down the page, all plans, add new plan. And here we're going to select our start and end date first. Okay, so it's going to start from today, let's say up until maybe the end of the year. Okay, and then we can change this every single year. So until the 31st. And then is it open or close? So it's going to be opened. And then to all services. And right here, full time. Okay, so now we're going to add the plan. That's all. Okay, very good. So we have the plan added. So what exactly is a plan? Well, it's very simple. Consider this as your availabilities. When are you available for business? So here clearly is from today until the end of the year. And then next year you can do the same again and again. And if you close maybe for holidays, well, you do so, you can include that as well. Okay. So now we go to manage types. So what exactly is listing types? It's all the different categories or departments that we run. Okay, so we had primary care, we had what did we have? Pediatrics and all that. Okay, so we can add this together here, and then we have pediatrics for the second one. We had internal medicine, and the last one was diagnostic services. Okay. So that's your categories. Just type them here again. And now we can finally create our services. Okay, so manage service, add service. And as you can see, now you can give it a name and choose the type. So let's say if we select primary care, we could have maybe blood test. Okay, so blood test will be part of it. So how long does it take and how much does it cost? Well, normally it shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to take a blood sample, and the price should be fixed, free, start at, varies, or don't show. So here, let's go with a fixed price, and maybe you charge 60 for this. Okay, so we have the feature here. So every time you have a blood test, add it to your schedule, which color do you want to add it. So maybe rate it to blood. Maybe you're going to select red. Maybe it would make sense, let's select this color here. And who can take blood samples? So let's say maybe yourself, Dr. John, Lucia, and that's it. Okay. So here you have a sales price. So I don't think for doctor's practice this applies, but if you have special prices during the year, maybe a Black Friday or special offers, you do that here, okay? So let's add the service together now. Now let's go back to manage services. As you can see, this one's been added, and we can do the same with a few more. Okay, so I've done that now. As you can see, we have primary care, internal medicines, pediatric, and so on, and different types of services. So if you go back to your landing page here, now if I refresh, as you can see, you have 2 services under this one, 2 under this one, 2 here, and finally 3. And now you can expand or collapse any of those. Okay, so this is basically how you can create your own different services and allow your visitors to book them directly online. Okay, so now, like we said, we want to get paid, obviously. So if someone comes here and wants to book an ECG at 85, they select the date, the time, and then they click continue. It says payment gateway not found. So this is our next step. Okay. So we go back here, and then from here, simply go to the top here. As you can see in the menu bar, click on dashboard, and you're back to the WordPress dashboard. So to add our payment gateway, we need to use WooCommerce. So this is an e-commerce platform. This is the medium that we're using to create all the payments and all that. Okay, so if you go to settings now, so first we need to enter our address here because this is the address that will be displayed on the invoices. There you go. And then scroll down the page. Here, disable the shipping because we don't need it at all in this case. Now, are you VAT registered, GST registered, or any tax ratio registered? Click on this. You can disable coupon because this is taken care of directly with our plugin. Scroll down the page. This is where you set your currency. So use US dollars, maybe a pound or euros, and then save changes. Now, if you did tick that box for tax registration purposes, you go to taxes now. I'm going to set our tax rate. Okay, so you go to standard rate. You're going to insert a new row and give it a name. So we're going to select the country first. So I'm going to select Ireland for ourselves. The rate for Ireland is 23%. The tax name, I'm going to put VAT at 23%. Okay, and then save changes. Now, if you have zero rate or reduced rate, you might do the same again for those different sections here. Okay. So this is basically all for the taxes, and now payment. You go here. So this is where we're going to set up our payment gateway. Okay, so here they're going to try to push their own plugin here. As you can see, save 10% on processing fee, but it's only the first 3 months. After that, they're going to fleece you and rip you open. So just forget this altogether. I'm going to show you a much better way to install a payment gateway. So for this, we go back to our plugins here, add plugin, and here in the search box, type WooCommerce followed by the payment method that you want to use. So it could be WooCommerce Stripe, WooCommerce PayPal, WooCommerce Amazon Pay, or whatever, or Google Pay, or whichever, you know. So I'm going to look for Stripe here as an example. Okay, so WooCommerce Stripe. Okay, very good. And then scroll down the page and find the one that has the best reviews and the most installation. So from experience, we know this one is absolutely spot on. So this is the one we're going to install by payment plugins. Okay, so install now and then activate. Very good. So now you go back to your WooCommerce settings. Okay, so you go to WooCommerce settings. You go back to payments. And you should find all these different payment gateways installed now. So the main one is this one here, credit card by Stripe. Okay, now you go here, manage. And now we need to link our account. Okay, so you go to API settings. As you can see, 2 different modes here, test and live mode. So for now, we leave it on test so we can run tests and make sure the platform is working properly. Okay, so we're going to click here to connect our account and then confirm and then select your business name and then connect. Very good. So it's returning to WooCommerce now. And there you go. As you can see, our Stripe account is now connected. So we are ready to go, guys. Okay. So now we have everything in place. We can receive payments. And now there's one more step to complete. We go back to businesses here. We go to our main settings and find the tab where it says payments. And we need to enable WooCommerce. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Okay. And here, make sure that you select processing. So the default status when you place an order with WooCommerce will be processing. And this is when the booking will be accepted. Okay, so save changes after this. And now we can put this to the test. Okay, so let's go back to our landing page here and refresh. Very good. So let's book an ECG. So we go and book this maybe on Wednesday at 9 a.m. And let's go ahead maybe with Dr. John. Okay, so I'm going to select this for $85. Continue. Very good. And as you can see, now we have our checkout page. So all we have to do is fill out our details. Excellent. So these are all the details added. So this is the overview of the order. And right here we have the credit card details. So if you're using Stripe, you can go through the checkout process using test numbers. It's all 42s all over. So 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42. Any expiry date in the future and any 3-digit code. After this, place the order. Excellent. So this is the confirmation. Thank you. And we have all the details, and the customer can even download the invoice if you wanted to. So let me download this now. Okay, so save and let's open it together. And there you go. This is what it looks like. So not too bad. As you can see, we have your logo, the company name, etc., with all the details, and all has been created for us as a PDF file. So very nice. So now in the backend as a doctor, how do you find out about your bookings? Well, let's go back here together. If we go to all our businesses, open this one. Okay, scroll down the page. And then as you can see, you have the staffs here. So normally each staff would log into its own schedule. So we know we booked this with John here. So let's click on this. Okay, so let's have a look at the following week. And there you go. The ECG is booked for Wednesday as intended. Excellent. So the only thing left is to take care of the front end. So we're going to customize the home page now. And all the call to action buttons that we have here, we're going to link them directly to our landing page where they can book all these different appointments. Okay, so let's do that together. So again, we go back to the WordPress dashboard. This time we go to pages, all pages, and look at the home page. So this is the one here. I'm going to open this in a new tab again. Okay, so I'll go here now. Very good. So first and foremost, we have the hero section here. So as you can see, we all love nature. So this is heading, subheading. So we need to add something else. Obviously, all you have to do is basically highlight this and then you can change the text. Okay, so let me change this now. Very good. So perhaps something like this: your local doctor's office, medical center located in Ashton, Dublin 15, welcoming patients of all ages. So anyone landing there will know exactly where you're based and what you have to offer and to whom. Okay, so this is very easy for anyone to find out. And then we have a button here. So here we might replace that instead of get started, maybe book an appointment. Okay, and obviously we are going to link this to our landing page with all our different services. Okay, so let's go back here and fetch that page. So we go to businesses, open our business here, and remember this link here, view business. So you can open this in a new page. Okay, so fetch the URL, Control C, and now we're going to link this. So right there, as you can see, this is an info box, and inside the info box you have a call to action. And right there, this is where you're going to insert the link. Okay, so Control V. Okay, so save. So now let's put this to the test. So we go back to our home page and refresh. Okay, so your local doctor's office, book an appointment. And this is working perfect. Okay, so we can go back here. So clearly the background image here needs to be changed as well. So we go back here, click on the main section itself, the full container here. Now you go to style, and this is where you'll find the image. Okay, so you can change the image and select another one. So maybe your reception area, or maybe the doctor's in action or something like this, you know. So select. Very good. So that doesn't look too bad at all. They can relate to this immediately. Now, clearly there is no contrast between the font here and the background, so it's very hard to read. What we can do is to add what's called an overlay color. Okay, as you can see, overlay type. You can select the color. So ideally you would go with black, and then you have the opacity. So fully clear, fully opaque. So find a happy medium, you know. So maybe something around here. So that way they can clearly see what's at the front. You can read this, no problem. And we can see the image in the background. Okay, so happy enough with this, except maybe the button here. I think we should change the font as well. So click on this again. You go to style, and then we have a call to action button. And as you can see, there is no call to action. So what we need to do is go back to general here. And as you can see, inherit from theme, disable this all together. Select the type of button that you want. So maybe this one, or maybe rounded corners. Okay. And now if you go back to styles, you have the call to action. And now we can change the color. Okay. So we have the button text color. We want it to be white. Select white. And I think this is good enough. Okay. So again, don't forget to save from time to time, and then scroll down the page. And it's the exact same principle here. Simply click on it. As you can see, this is an image. Underneath, we have a bit of, this is a heading, okay? And you can customize this, obviously, to maybe show all the different areas of business that you have in place, okay? So there you go again, perhaps something like this, you know, diagnostics, prescription, and blood test. Now, if you need more than this, you can always click on the author layer here and duplicate it. And there you go, as you can see, now we have 6 sections, or 2 rows of 3. Now you can delete the columns as well, and then you have 2 and 2, and then 4 in total. So again, this is up to you to organize this based on your own circumstances, okay? Scroll down the page. Here we have a testimonial. For this, simply change the text. Click on it. You have the text. You can change the image as well. Here is the same. So this is going to be an about us. So again, change the text here, and so on and so on. Right here, we can again change the content of our button here, okay? So this could be, for instance, again, book an appointment. And again, we're going to link this obviously to our landing page, okay? So here we go to general, call to action, and right here we insert our link, and that's it, okay? And then scroll down the page, and we'll do the same here. Do you have questions, da 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 da? And again, we're going to replace this button with our own link. So again, Control V, and then we're going to change the font here to blue. So inherit from theme. I'm going to change the button to this one, style, call to action, font color. We're going to go with white. And that's basically it. This is how you can customize your homepage very easily. Okay. After this, save your changes. Go back to the WordPress dashboard. And as always, put this to the test, so go back to your home page and refresh. And that's perfect. Okay, so you can test those buttons as well, just to make sure they all work properly. Scroll down the page, we have our services, book an appointment. That's perfect. Look at this, guys. That looks very, very professional indeed. And let's try this one as well, just to be sure. Perfect. Now, if you want to keep the contact page here, you can change the content here of your form as well. So let me show you how to do that. Again, WordPress dashboard, all pages, contact page, and then customize everything on your page the same way we did with the home page. Now, I'm just going to show you here for the contact form. As you can see, there's a short code. It says Share Form ID 2668. So how can you customize this? Again, go back to the WordPress dashboard, and right here by the side, you will find Share Forms right here, okay? So you click on Forms, and this is the one, okay? As you can see, ID 2668. Now, if you want to edit this and customize it, click on it. So this is your content, your name, email, message. So normally that's all you need for a contact form, Let's have a look here. This is sufficient, obviously, Now, if you wanted to add a field, you can do so. Click on the plus sign. You can add maybe URLs, multiple choice, text area, numbers, and so on and so on. And it's a simple drag and drop feature as well. Once you've customized this, you want to make sure that you are going to receive that yourself. So you go to form confirmation here. So once they click submit and send message, this is the confirmation they will see. So thank you. We have received your email address. Please make sure to whitelist our email address, okay? So the email notification will be sent to the admin of the website. So if you click on the pencil here, you'll have the admin email address. So this will fetch the admin email. So if you go to your WordPress dashboard and you go to your settings and you go to general, at the start when you installed WordPress, it asks you for an admin email address. This is the one, okay? Now, if you want to use another one, you can remove this altogether, enter your own email address. That's really up to you, okay? And then we have the compliance settings. So enable GDPR. So that's for anyone based in Europe. You might want to enable this as well. After this, close, save, and that's basically it. So this is done now. And then there's only two things to take care of, our header and footer section. So we need our logo here, the call to action number, and also the footer section. Okay, so let's do this. So again, we go back to the dashboard. From here, you're going to go to appearance and then customize. And from here, we're going to customize our logo. So hover on top, there's a small pencil, click on it. There you go. As you can see in the general section, you can change the logo. So change image. I'm going to select a Mr. Web here in white, choose image. And then you can do so for Retina displays as well. Select your own image. So this is going to be the same. Okay, so choose image. There you go. So as you can see, this is a little bit too small. Now you can use the slider here to make it a little bit bigger. So let's say maybe in 191. Okay, so publish. We go to the front end and refresh, see how it looks. Okay, so see what it looks like. Okay, that's perfect. And then we have the call to action button or call to action number. Again, hover on top, click on it. As you can see, this is the text. This is for our phone number. So type your number here. So 01-234-5678. And as you can see, there's a tell here. So that means that anyone who's going to open this on their mobile phones, you can simply tap on it and they'll be able to call you immediately. Okay, so that's it for the header section. So publish. And all we need to change now is maybe the menu section itself if you wanted to remove some pages. So let's go back here. Let me show you how you can do so. So we go to appearance. We go to menus. And right here, as you can see, this is your main menu. So select header, select. And you have home, about, services, and contact. Now, if you wanted to remove some pages, select this and then boom, boom, remove. Okay. Now, if you wanted to add pages, it's the other way around, obviously, So home, contact, you can add maybe about and services, add to menu, and then you can reorganize them as you see fit, obviously, So home, about, services, contact, save menu, and that's basically it, guys. Okay. So if you go back to the home page and refresh, as you can see, our contact number, our logo in the menu section, and for the footer section, same principle. Let's go back here quickly. Okay, we go to appearance, we go to customize once more, scroll down the page and find your menu section. So this is the menu, so we cannot change this, but we can change our logo. So click on this. Okay, click on the image here. We're going to replace the image with another one. So for this, use the small pencil here, edit. image details. So we can replace this with another one. So let's select our own Mr. Web logo. Okay, very good. And then you can resize it as well. You know, not too big, not too small, just a happy medium. And then we have the copyright claim here. So if you click on this again, hover, you can change the content. Love Nature by Tyler Moore. So I'm going to change this maybe to perhaps Ashdown Medical Center 2025. Okay, so publish. And as always, I'm going to put this to the test. So back to the front end and refresh. And there you go. Footer section 100%, header section 100%. And our page looks fantastic as well. And our booking system is working too. So there you go, guys. This is how you can build a complete appointment booking website for any type of business.